Good evening, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and as always, joined by my co-host and friend, Fat Stacks of Comics. Rob, how you doing, sir?
Hey, what did I tell you about saying the F word?
You said you send me $5.
Oh, okay.
I want to get paid, bitch.
Damn, you guys all thought, and you all thought he was the nicest guy in comics. Look what I got to do.
All right, and our special guest tonight in the hot seat, the guy who recently joined YouTube as a content creator. He's been supporting other channels for quite a while in the chats. We are talking with the comic Viking himself, Alan Rue. Alan, how are you this evening, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am fine. Now we got you in the seat of power. You got that nice background behind you.
Power.
Yeah, wow. The spotlight, the hot seat. We're going to say a quick hi to the chat.
Okay.
And joining us tonight, we got Chop and Drop. How you doing tonight, Chop? Nice to see you, buddy. We got Brandon. Good evening, sir. Flo, what's up, buddy? We have Zach. Good to see you, Zach. Another local Rochesterian who I've yet to meet up with. But we'll remedy that at some point. We have Jerry in the house. How you doing, Jerry? Nice to see you, bud. Brian LCS. Good evening, sir. And then we have Pocan Joe. All right, so there we go. We got all the usual clowns in the chat. We got Trev, the shipping guru. How you doing, sir? And we're starting out popping already. All right, so as I like to do, nope, not that. Hold on, there we go. As I like to do, Alan, I want you to take a moment or two, not for the people in the chat. They know you, they love you, they're here for you. But for the ones catching it on the rewind who are going to say, hey, who's this Alan Rue character? So they don't rue the day. Let them know a little bit about you and what your channel's about.
All right. Well, like Gary said, I was a supporter. I jumped in and I started collecting again. I collected as a kid, not like seriously or anything, just picking up books every now and again when my parents would let me. And but I started collecting again about two and a half years ago. And I was just buying books at the local LCS. It really jumped off when I met Mark from Legion of Comics at a local LCS.
Where did he touch you?
What's that?
Where did he touch you?
He didn't touch me anywhere. Actually, he did. He touched me right here in the feels. So it was when the day that the last Ronin came out, and I was a moron and did not reserve a copy. So I went to two LCSs, both sold out. And I get to the second one and I asked, and Mark was there, and he's like, well, here you go. You can buy mine. I'm like, you sure, man? This is like sold out. And he's like, yeah, I picked up an Eastman variant at Top Dog, whatever. And I was like, sweet. All right. And then I found out about his channel. So I started watching more. And then from his channel, I started watching Rob's channel, started watching Burke's channel, DJ's channel. Like it just snowballed at that point to start watching everybody's channels. And then so I think it was a Burke's Thursday night chat where I jumped on cam one night just because he had it open for anybody. So I jumped on, and I think I was on one or two of Mark's things, and I think a Saturday night banter every now and again. And then I just decided to start the channel. And what the channel is about, I'm sorry, I'm going way long. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're fine, but there's something I have to interrupt you for. We have a special interruption.
All right.
Beckerman, what's up, sir?
Well, hello, everyone.
It just didn't seem right, Alan, to have you on a stream without your co-host. So I had to invite him on.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I was just getting to that.
No, Mike, we're here to be mean to him tonight. So don't take off the kid gloves and put on the Tyson hits.
Okay, I'll go.
Hey, don't forget about that contract you signed, man.
I've actually known Alan since he was like this big.
But
It's in comparison to me. So
Right.
So when I decided to start the channel, honestly, I had no clue what I was gonna put out. I had no idea, and I just started it. Like that is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start it. Here's the first video. I went from there, and I got to 100 subs at rather quick, thanks to you. Thank Gary B pushing me, and a couple other ones getting my sub pushes up there. And then once I hit my 100, there was a Beckerman actually made a comment on one of my videos that if I didn't take advantage of my last name, that'd be a missed opportunity. And so I talked
today.
Yes, I talked with him more and more, and I was like, "Hey, man, do you want to do this with me?" And so now we do our mail calls together. We do our new comic book days videos together. We host my live show Rue IG every other Monday together. It's so it's basically we are Alan Rue Comics and Collectibles.
Nice. Now I need a little video of you guys running across the field to each other.
We haven't met in person yet.
And honestly, if you have seen either me or Mike, you know we ain't running.
Yeah.
How about a John P.
In fact, I would much rather if like maybe he pushed me in some sort of rickshaw or pulled me in a rickshaw.
Right.
Flo here someday has guaranteed he will push me in a wheelbarrow around a con. So,
hey, Flo, I don't know how you found out those secret details about Beckerman's contract, but bro, you're not supposed to be telling them, out loud. That was a secret contract.
Now you two seem to we were talking about it before we got on, and you two have a great natural chemistry on the show together. So now, it's the comic Viking show, but I think there kind of needs to be an S on there, Vikings.
I'm a Viking too.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I really was thinking about that. That would be up to him, and if he wanted to change his name, or if we want to rebrand the channel. Honestly,
I don't know if I want to change my name, but also if you ever decide to incorporate your other hobby, which besides being a Viking, he also likes to ride motorcycles. He's a motorcycle enthusiast, a cyclist, if you will. And I would like to be in the sidecar, like as his sidekick.
Right, the Robin to his Batman.
Yeah.
Or you'd look adorable in a sidecar.
Oh, I'd get a little helmet with the spoke
goggles
on the top. Yeah.
You gotta have a cape too, Beckerman.
Change my name to T-Bone at that point.
Right.
Don't mess with the T-Bone. Or Chains. I could be Chains.
Chains McGee.
Oh God.
I practice my mean face sometimes with Alan too.
Just think, Alan, and you could roll up to the biker bar together like that.
Now you guys are gonna get matching man bracelets too, right?
No, I
You
think
mean
that's where
you mean more matching man bracelets?
Right. One more matching man bracelet.
Gary, they're Vikings, arm guards.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, arm guard.
Yeah, get with the program, Gary. We're Vikings.
Yeah, right? Mermaid Man and Beckerman Boy. There you go. Jose's got it right.
I mean, I'm pretty much, I don't know. Alan, and that's what I think is so funny about me embracing the Viking motif is that, Alan looks like if you dressed him up, he would look like a Viking. I look like I escaped from the Shire. Like,
after you ate every hobbit.
Actually, he put it good the one time. He is basically my brother-in-law that I have to take along on raids.
Like his wife is like, no, you gotta take Mike with you. You don't involve him in your work. So I got an axe.
Trying to lose him on every trip. He keeps finding his way back. Now, so we've had Beckerman on before. We learned all about him and his comics.
Yeah, I want to learn about Alan.
Now, what got you into comics, Alan?
Well, I don't know. When I was a kid, it was really I was doing a whole lot of. I read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's pretty much one of my favorite. Like
The original Eastman Laird.
It was just. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When I was a kid, I didn't pay attention to any of that. It was just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's it. Everything was TMNT. And then when I stopped, life went on. And when I got back in and I picked up Venom, because I've always been a huge fan of Venom as well in my adult life. So I picked up the first 6 of Venom Lethal Protector, and also picked up Batman Damned, the
Batwing edition.
The Batwing, the Batarang. Batawang, sorry. Batawang edition, yes. Damn, this life again. But that's what got me back into it. I started looking at the local LCSs and started reading a little bit more of what's coming up. Excuse me. Big shout out to Augusta Book Exchange, Paul. I was reading up and Batman 3 Jokers was coming out, and I called him and I was like, I want it all. I want it all. I want the variant. I want the 1 in 25. I want the 1 in 100. I got the 1 in 50. All of it. I want all of it. And I got it all from him. So
what he's not saying is that he actually sang it. He was like, I want it all.
Yeah, I had the Queen song going through my head.
But
Alan sings a lot,
and I'm sitting there in my head. I'm going, I want it all on UHF, and you guys are going with Queen. So there you go. There's a difference between the.
But I did that, and like I said, I met Mark, and honestly, it's just everything at that time. I thought that was like the kindest thing anybody could do, and now it. No offense to Mark, but it pales in comparison to some things that have happened to me. Some of the things that the community has given back to me. It's really crazy. And Gary, you gave me a bunch of books. That was awesome. I appreciate that. Rob gave me 2 that I really needed in my collection, Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man 365.
Ooh.
And, I messaged him and says, well, how much do you want? He's like, nothing. They're coming. I was like, okay.
Rob's a good guy. I've gotten plenty of AOKs from Rob, to tell you.
He's a sweet man.
Oh, says Beckerman down there at the bottom, who's gives out fucking crazy shit.
Well, and I've
actually got a love package headed to Alan.
Yes, he does. Apparently.
I just haven't gotten to the post office yet.
And is it true that if Alan's been really good, you'll occasionally let him be the little spoon?
Oh, dude. I like to switch. I'm a spoon switcher. I go little spoon, I go big spoon.
He's straight up
so the thing about me, though, is I produce a lot of body heat. I'm a heater. And
he's good to have in the winter, not so much in the summer.
Yeah, I'm bad news in the summertime, man. I sweat while I eat.
Channel after tonight. Oh, Alan, I don't think I've ever seen your face red, sir.
Man, this is just crazy. It's crazy good way. It's crazy in a good way.
So, all right, so you got into comics, Venom, Batwing, and you took off from there. Mm-hmm. Turtles.
What's crazy is I don't read the main Turtles line.
Oh, the IDW?
Yeah, I don't read it. I don't even collect it. I want to at some point, but I just got so many other things that I'm reading and I've gotten into. It's just and one thing that I got into kind of late and actually is overtaken a lot is Red Sonja. A buddy of mine at work reads it, and I switched from Vampirilla to Red Sonja because Vampirilla series was sluggish and it was just not good.
Just covers.
For Priest one?
It's just covers.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, you're right, Rob. It was just the covers. Yeah. So.
And to be honest, Red Sonja back in the day at Marvel was incredible. All the series were really good, a lot of fun, well written, mostly by Roy Thomas, who's a legend. But once it went to Dynamite, it's been hit or miss, man. Some of the series are good. Like the Mark Russell run was really good. Other than Mark Russell, and you could argue for the Gail Simone one, Luke Lieberman did some good stuff as well, but most of the other people they've attached to the property have just butchered it beyond recognition in most cases.
So you're not liking the current run?
No, I don't mind the current one. The current one's been good. So not upper echelon, but I've enjoyed. You're talking about the Merca and Dolfo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've enjoyed that run. And I've also enjoyed Immortal Red Sonja so far as well.
Yes.
Black, White, and Red was hit or miss with this anthology story. Some were really, really bad, and I felt like I was only getting like one good story out of each issue. But luckily, there's at least something in each issue I could take away from it.
Yeah.
I'm getting trolled here by Comic Mag Musings. Can I have one of my mods kick that guy? No, just kidding. No, Bill's a mod, so I'm just picking on him. All right, so now the wall behind you, obviously it's been a quick journey for you, right? You went from some floppies to now you're trying to build a wall of Rob behind you.
Yeah, I know, right? So the very first one is all the way at the top, Lady Death. She was one of my first loves. But I bought that book and I was like, I want to get this slabbed. It's not going to be worth anything, but I want it slabbed. It's signed, and I sent it off to CBCS and got that was my first one. Then
First rule of slabbing, Alan.
What's that?
The first rule of slabbing is very simple. Value has nothing to do with your desire to have it slabbed.
Correct. You just got to love the book.
So, and the other ones I sent in my second run, I have 3 of them left. 4. Yeah, 3. No, 3. So I have the Deceased Unkillables #1. I just love this. I love Harley Quinn. I love this picture.
Is that the load-bearing one?
No, this is the load-bearing one.
That's the one that can't come off the wall.
This is the 9.9 mint. That's what this is.
Ooh.
Oh,
yes.
It's also integral to the construction of his home.
Yes.
Like the whole place falls down. If
it's load bearing. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's the common jabroni variant.
Yes, that is the jabroni variant. Right above that, you got the Punisher, first appearance of the Punisher in the War Machine outfit. Above it in a 9.8. Those were the first 3 I sent off to CGC, and then after that, it kind of just went a little crazy. You got there you go. Got the John Jang variant there. I got that out of a Nyx box. Venom #35, Gleason variant. Above that, Snake Eyes Dead Game #1. Miko Suyon variant. John Jang, Batwoman, Catwoman. Oh, Batman, Catwoman #1. And then beside that, I know you guys can't see. If I move, my whole computer will fall down, so I can't move my camera. Sorry. And I have Venom #1, the big time edition up there. And of course, Big Shot, I know he was in there. I'm pretty sure he's still in the chat. Spidey's Powder Tumblers, Jose, sent me these 2. I was in search of those, and he just sent me those for free. That was amazing. That's Star Wars Darth Vader #1 and #3. First appearance of Black Chrysanthemum and the first appearance of Dr. Aphra.
Jose's a great guy, and he supports the community a lot.
Yeah. This book right here, We Live #5. I fell in love with We Live, and I still love it. It's a great story. Justin Comics had this book. He gave me a hugely awesome deal for it. Sent it in with some of his books to get signed by the Miranda brothers at their CGC signing, and it came back at a 9.8. He, of course, cleaned and pressed it because that's what he does. So that's where all my books go. And the last 2 are new editions. It's the We Live Volume 2 #1, the black and the white, or the white and the black, signed by the Miranda Brothers. These were the foils that were the Dallas Fan Expo only drop, and Jade Q hooked me up with those at a very, very good price.
Nice.
And
see, it's not fair though, because you're still new to comics and you already have a 9.9.
Yeah.
We got Bill asking. He's never had a 9.9, and Bill's got an extensive collection. Has anyone ever owned a comic graded 10? And I know Rob has.
Yes. I've given
You
away
still have it?
I've had now. I have to predicate this under that they're PGX 10s. I've had a dozen PGX 10s, but
So
they start their
CGC
grade.
sevens.
They start their no, but they start their grading at a 10 instead of a 9.8. So it's a little bit easier just based on the fact of where they start their grading scale at.
Mm-hmm.
Of that you're gonna get more 10s because of that. You're muted, Mike.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mike,
brother,
you're muted.
Beckerman, you're muted, bro.
I've
Alan, I
actually
thought you
I've
taught him
actually
how to-
had a I've had a no. That's a German 9.9.
Yeah, I've had a 9.9 CGC as well. But like everybody else, mostly it's been on the TMNT last Ronin.
So all
Yeah.
you guys listening, head over to Jose's Powder Tumblers to his YouTube channel. He's got a 9.9 as a giveaway. Get in on it. Sub him up while you're there. Sorry, Rob. Go ahead. Just wanted to
Yeah,
plug
that was
Jose
it.
real quick.
That was it. Of all the 10s, my favorite one that I have is probably the Star Wars #1, which
Ooh,
is
yeah.
the limited series that was based off of Lucas's original treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different than the Star Wars movie you've seen. I have one of those that the first issue came back at 10.0.
Nice.
See, I just want to get a 9.9 on something I send in, and I probably won't because I don't buy those. I don't buy a lot of the book like you had, like the last Ronins. A lot of those got 9.9s. A lot of the DC Black Series books get 9.9s.
Yeah, it feels like certain books like get a kind of an edge to it.
It's production, how they're
Gotta
produced.
have the card stuff.
When you go to CGC, because CGC starts at a 9.8, in order to get a 9.9 or a 10, you have to have plus attributes. You have to have an absence of handling defects and an absence of production defects. And so typically those other books they're manufactured differently, and in smaller volume, smaller amounts. So typically they're going to have less handling and less. They're more likely to have less machining issues. Also, they typically have better quality paper, higher quality cardstock covers, et cetera, et cetera. Those things all go into it.
Yeah, the best thing I can say about that book is, besides that it's beautiful and it's a 9.9, is I got it off eBay, and I have not found any of them on eBay graded. Like nobody sells them.
Wow. Hey, you got your one shot and got it. So nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull one naturally. I don't think I ever will, Alan. So I'll just be jealous of you guys that have the 9.9s.
I believe in you, Gary.
Well, hey, that's one of us.
I super believe in you, Ted. Gary.
Now, let's get into you and Beckerman. What kind of dirt did you have on him to get him to join up with you?
so I didn't really have any dirt on him. I'll tell you what though, Beckerman, everybody knows he doesn't want the subs and all that stuff, and I know everybody toys with him every now and again, getting him a sub push. But I mean, he just put that comment in there, so I messaged him on Instagram, and we just started talking back and forth. We have a lot of the same interests, and like you said, we just kind of. It just kind of went together, and I asked him to be on the channel, and he said, "Yeah," because we did one or two videos, and he's like, if you want to do this, and I was like, "Yes, definitely, let's do this." So, and now it's a thing.
Now, Beckerman, did beard envy have anything to do with your decision?
Well, I can't grow a full beard. I'm too patchy on the sides, but no, I like the Van Dyke look. I don't think I could pull off the scruffy, spindly beard I would grow. I'm content with my facial hair.
Yeah, I don't think I would want that much on my face, but I mean, a well-groomed beard is nice. Like Rob pulls one off. Alan, of course, pulls one off. And Alan, when I first saw you, it weirded me out, but not in a bad way. You look almost exactly like a friend I used to have. Unfortunately, he had passed, but you almost looked like his brother.
Oh wow!
And I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, it's someone different. I'm like, because I mean, I mentally knew it was someone different, but it was just jarring
Yeah.
at first.
But a lot of things people don't know, that having a beard of this size, or like Rob's, like it takes more work to care for it than it does to shave every day.
Yeah, when I had my full beard, I joked regularly that I had no idea I had to be such a woman to look like such a man. Because
Yep.
all of a sudden I had more hair product, different types of combs and brushes, and I had to go buy a hair dryer with hot and cold settings and all this crazy crap.
You do
Yeah.
all that, Alan?
I have 3 different combs. I
'Cause
have
yours doesn't look
separate.
as nice as Rob.
I have separate shampoo and conditioner for my beard. I
That
have
sounds
beard
all
oil
very
and
Viking to
beard
me.
balm, and
Just like the Vikings did.
Just like the Vikings.
yeah, right. And I have a beard straightener.
Yep. And let me ask you this: have you noticed? Because you're about, I would say, almost at the limit, that the longer your beard gets, the number of where your compliments come from, it gets more and more male and less female. So it's like if you have a well groomed, clean beard, there's about a spot where you get about 2 inches below off of your chin, where at that point all of a sudden it switches dramatically, guys only giving you compliments and less women.
There you go. Alan's beard tickles your cheek when you hug him. Oh, that's precious. We're learning so many good things.
That's probably true, because I did meet him at Heroes Con and I did hug him. So yeah.
And Rob, but I think I know why that is. It goes back to what you guys are saying. Like anyone that's grown facial hair, you know what an upkeep it is.
Well,
so once it's big enough, the guy, other guys know you're spending a lot of time on it. Time like I don't want to if it's for me to try to grow one.
And if you're well conditioned and you well groomed, women do like it. Will like it a little bit longer than if it's not. But what really sets it apart is because you're well conditioned is when they touch it and it's soft, as opposed to coarse and everything else. That's when all of a sudden you'll have the women playing with your beard.
But you don't, like my girlfriend. My girlfriend plays with it constantly. But you can't. Aside, like Rob said, you have to have it looking good. That's the first step, and then it has to be soft, because they're not going to touch it if it looks all scraggly and nasty.
Yep.
Oh, you look familiar to Gene.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you got a couple twins out there you don't know about, Alan.
I got some doppelgangers.
Right?
All right.
All right, so let's...
Do you find that the beard kind of creates drag when you're trying to swim competitively? Because that's a deal breaker for me, too.
When it's swim season,
if my swim times go down, it's getting shaved off. That's why I keep the hair short.
Yeah. Swim season,
you're going to be on the
cut
swim
through
team.
the water.
Dude,
Hey, bro, you're on the Viking swim team all by yourself. You're good.
Mike shaves fully come full swim season. He is like a giant grape.
I'm an aggressive dog paddler.
Oh yeah,
I really give it hell.
Now,
I just kick my little legs.
But the thing is I know that I've heard him talk in merch. So does that mean there's a comic Viking line of Speedos coming out for swimwear and caps?
We're gonna leave the merchandising to your DJ Lynxes and your Marks and your Robs.
Right.
If Rob wants to sell a Speedo with my face on it, though, I will sign anything he needs me to sign.
I know, right where to put it.
a Speedo with your face and a banana hammock with Alan's.
Oh no!
Because he's got the beard to go down the other part.
No. Oh, God.
Oh goodness! All right, so we'll get serious again a little bit.
Girl.
So now that you've been in the comics for a little bit, do you have a favorite storyline that you just absolutely love that you can keep going back and rereading? The story that just hooked you and kept you in comics.
I would have to say it's 2 different ones, even though one I jumped on late.
Poor Tina. What did I just stumble into?
I would say the one that just grabbed me, and I got it at like I think issue 3 or 4 is when I jumped in, was We Live. I'm just in love with it. I know a lot of people don't like Volume 2. I still love it. I think it's awesome. I just can read that over and over and over again. And then another one that I can read and I have reread was Something is Killing the Children. Again, people don't like Volume 2. I mean, but as far as like those two are the ones that I feel have jumped out there and grabbed me. It's more indie stories. I see myself picking up more and more indies and running with those short sets of books and liking it.
There's something very satisfying about getting a 6-issue arc and being able to complete it.
Yeah, you got a beginning, middle, and end. It's just so clean. It's complete.
Right, I'm waiting for the last issue of Nocterra now so I can complete that. I love Nocterra.
Yeah, I love it too. I think it could be a little shorter, but it's just but it had some twists in the last couple episodes, or last couple issues, so we're good there.
Now, are you a horror guy as well? Because you strike me as somebody that may enjoy the horror side of things.
As far as books go,
just in general, movies, books.
Not really horror. I would say maybe suspense, but more action. And
what about thrillers? Do you like to be titillated?
No, not a whole lot.
Edge of your seat,
but
a little scared, but in a safe way.
So I'm gonna.
An edge, just not.
You know what? I'm gonna let it loose. I'll get many jokes about this later, and that's okay. My favorite type of movie is romantic comedies.
Oh, you know what one of my all-time favorite movies is? Love Actually. I can watch that movie over and over again.
That's a good one. So that's just where it is. But other than that, action movies, I'll watch action movies and comedies over and over and over and over again.
Well, now that you put it out there, what's your favorite romantic comedy?
Definitely Maybe.
I've never seen that one.
Ryan Reynolds. Early Ryan Reynolds.
Wow, I've never even heard of it. And Ryan Reynolds is in it, huh?
Definitely me. Who was in it with him?
I don't know.
Wow.
He's the only big name.
we accept your man crush.
Go for it.
What was the one? I like Serendipity a lot too, with Kate Beckinsale and
John Cusack.
Yes.
Is Grosse Point Blank considered a romantic comedy? Because I like that. John Cusack seems to be in a lot of.
Hot Tub
Grosse Point Blank was great. Say Anything was good.
Rob has gone silent.
Oh, well, when it comes to rom-coms, there's only one rom-com for me, and that's anything with Drew Barrymore in it.
Okay, I can't disagree because they're all good.
So I'm thinking Fever Pitch and 50 First Dates.
Sure, Wedding Singer, freaking.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
What was that Enchanted one she did, where she was like the princess?
Yeah, there was that. There was that one where it was the take on Cinderella.
Yes.
That they did with her on that one, and then there was, she's been in a lot of rom-coms. Okay, there was a Blended, that was another one that was done, but Drew Barrymore is just always, fortunately for me, she's a year younger to me, so no matter what age she was in whatever film, she was the right age for me. It wasn't it was never creepy.
Right, you have to grow up with your crush.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a crush on her when I was a kid. Yeah,
I don't like her choice in men, but I've watched a lot. I will admit to watching a lot of movies I would have never watched if it wasn't for the fact that she was on the lip.
I think we've all had
riding in cars with boys comes to mind.
Right.
Oh,
this one's gone a different direction than I thought it
was. Hey, I let the cat out of the bag. I was being very open and honest about my movie selections of what
man. I love it.
Honesty has always made Becker uncomfortable. It's okay.
Oh no, I'm into it.
Look, just because Mike doesn't even look at himself in the mirror when he's talking,
Right.
Oh, actually, I love myself so much. Sometimes I pray in the mirror.
he's
Pretty
I'm all about the mirror.
bed pillow of himself.
Yeah. Just
No, I
Oh,
wouldn't do that.
goodness.
That'd be too creepy for me.
Right. Now we'll get back into it. So let's talk about little Alan Rue for a minute. Did you grow up? What cartoons did you grow up on that helped form your comic opinions too? Obviously, probably Ninja Turtles was a big one. Or were you watching Super Friends, the '90s X-Men, Spider-Man cartoons, all that stuff when you were growing up?
Actually, no.
No. Wow.
Not a whole lot of cartoons. I was more of an outside kind of kid. I still like the characters and all that stuff, and it's just that the only thing that I needed to watch when I was a kid was the Turtles. And then when that movie came out, man, that was I wore that tape out. And when I say tape, I mean VHS.
Right.
I'm that old too. So, but I wore that thing out watching it over and over
you
and
had
over
tape.
again.
You're luxury.
Yeah, Rob and I got you guys both beaten age, so
Yeah,
we
I'm
had,
sure
we had to get up and watch it live, or else you didn't watch it at all. And that usually meant combat over the control of the dial, because we didn't have remotes.
and the UHF antennas, and
That's right.
my childhood started as that, and then it morphed with technology.
So, anyway, you were watching the Turtles religiously. You loved the movie, the original one with Ernie Reyes Jr., and they had the costumes. Now, look, I love today's movies. I love the realism that CGC can bring to them, but there is a certain charm to people in a suit and to old special visual effects like Ray Harryhausen movies. But like as cool as the Turtles looked in the new movies, there's still a charm to those old ones that you can't replicate.
So the new movies are just, even the storyline. I mean, it's to me, it's trash. It's just trash. And honestly, I would much rather watch Turtles 3 than watch any of these new ones. And I was not a fan of Turtles 3.
That's when they went back in time, right, to the
Yeah,
medieval.
Turtles 3 time. Yeah.
What the hell are you guys?
And Turtles 2 was with
One?
the Vanilla Ice wrap.
Yes, that was the secret of the ooze.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't like
It's rap music, Rob. It's what's hopping in the
No.
streets.
Rob, remember when we were a kid and the TV actually went to a snow screen at like midnight, and there was nothing else you could watch?
They signed off. Yeah.
No
Now
such thing
end
as
our
signing off
play
these
the
days.
play the Star Spangled Banner and flag waving. And say, we now end our broadcast day. And then it
They
would
always
just go to
started
static.
it the same way too, right?
Yeah.
The national anthem. They would
Yep.
always play that in the mornings. I remember that.
I need to find that back
You
in
need to
time.
find
Yeah, you
back
do
in-
chop and drop. You do, man. It's Turtles on horses.
It was, and I remember. I think when that first Turtles movie came out, I think everybody went nuts for it.
I mean, it's just a movie that delivered. Like it just, with all the hype that was around it, it just delivered, and it still delivers to this day.
So now that we've gotten into embarrassing things, let's say, let's go with your favorite guilty pleasure song and guilty pleasure movie.
My favorite guilty
Right.
pleasure song.
What song's Alan singing in the shower as he soaps up?
I don't sing in the shower.
We know now what Gary is thinking about.
Give me
Let's
another
see.
second, Rob. I'm not finished.
There's one. I can go. Let's go to the movie
Rubber
first.
ducky, you're the one.
Oh, we're just here to make Alan pink in the face tonight, guys.
The movie would be A Walk to Remember, and Song?
Do you do karaoke? Anything? Do you have a song that like you would sing along?
Yeah,
to?
yeah, I do. Baby Got Back.
Now that's
LA
taking
Maybe
it
get
back
back.
to the early
LA
90s.
face with an Oakland booty.
It was Ice Ice Baby, and then it kind of changed to Baby Got Back.
For years, my karaoke song was Bismarck Keys. You say he's just a friend because you can't mess it up.
Right, because he already sucks at singing. And
Yeah, that song's so
you can just have
like
fun with
it's so off key that no matter how I deliver it, it wins.
It is fun you brought that song up because I thought he was going to say that song, Mike. So, but still along the same lines. Oh, here we go. We got Southpaw Bride with Backstreet Boys.
That fits for him.
Oh, we got Gene with Brandy You're a Fine Girl was his karaoke song.
See, you guys are setting the bar way too high. I don't want to try that hard. I can
Right,
just
said
phone it
Fred.
in with the biz, man.
Right? It doesn't matter how sober or drunk you are
I just
with that one.
I just read along with the words. You.
Got what I need.
Exactly. I didn't want to get the copyright strike here.
Yeah. Well, that's why by my switching it up, it became different.
Right. I never know what the rules are, so I try not to go too
You know,
deep into
Chop
anything.
actually met him, Mike.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's still
He
in
met
Chop's
Biz
basement
Marquis?
to this day.
Or Sir Mix-a-Lot. I think he's
Yeah, I
meaning
don't know.
Sir
He's
Mix-a-Lot.
two people.
Oh,
he
yes,
could
Sir
be
Mix-a-Lot,
talking.
yes.
I think he
Not
means
Biz
Sir
Marquis.
Mix-a-Lot.
But that's my guilty pleasure right there.
Oh, I remember that one all over the radio.
I don't even know who sings that.
Right side Fred? Or wasn't that?
Oh, there
Right
you go.
side Fred. Aggressive Rear Locks says he was in a boy band because I grew up in Florida and that's where they get you. Right?
Yep. I think if you just linger outside of a mall too long, you'll like get kidnapped and put in a boy band.
Right, and then from there you just graduate to beard care products. Oh.
Next thing you can start your boy band karaoke and you can all start singing Color Me Bad. I wanna sex you up.
I like that song too. Early
Ooh,
90s.
Bobby Delgado. Dude, Kansas City's own comic book king. Bobby
Oh, there you go.
Do you have a favorite
Do you have
movie
a
about
favorite
Vikings?
movie about Vikings? Is it Eric the Viking?
Or you just like the TV?
Yeah, I haven't. So I haven't seen The Northman yet. But one of my favorite shows, the Vikings show, was good. They have an offshoot that's on Netflix now. It's called Vikings Valhalla. That thing was legit. And the way it ended was with Eric the Red's son, Leaf. Yeah, just losing it. And it was great. I cannot wait to see the next season.
I almost checked that season out, so definitely worth the watch, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Just binge it, man. It's only like between 6 and 10 episodes, something in there, but it's so good.
Now, where did the whole Viking motif come from while we're on it?
I don't know. I was looking for a name. Like,
We went with the beard. It was either the Vikings or the Lumbersexuals.
well, Lumbersexuals was in my head, but I was looking for a name. I was just thinking, what could I do? What could I do? And then that just came to me. And so I started Googling it, like different versions of it, like so much. Checked on YouTube, checked on Instagram. I checked everywhere to see if anybody else had this. And I found from what everybody I saw they did not. So nobody else saw it, had it. So there, and it fits because I'm a hairy dude. So
All right. Well, it kind of goes that way, right? Either you're hairy or you have trouble growing hair. It's hardly ever in the middle.
this is true. This is true.
You're either Alan Rue or you're Remy Q.
That I don't even think he shaves. I really don't. Like,
Oh.
lucky man.
And you got a few of us that just can't be bothered with growing too much. It's funny because I used to have long hair, and my hair used to be down to the middle of my back. And then I shortened it up. And then I was talking on the phone one day, and I took the clippers off, was talking, thought I'd put them back on after I cleaned them. Right down the middle. I must have laughed for like 15 straight minutes because I just like cut it. I'm like, well, it's all gone now. Boom, boom, boom. Could never
Should've
grow it
left it
back
like that,
because
man. You would have started a new trend
what's that?
if you had just left that thing in the middle.
All right. No, it's so comfortable short. I would never grow my hair again. Once I cut it short, I was like, why did I ever have it long?
So my I was in the Marine Corps. So I enjoy a high and tight. I want it short. You know, I don't want to shave because I did that long enough. So I do enjoy a high and tight, but my girlfriend wants me to have longer hair. So now I'm kind of in that stage of, do I even want to get a haircut? Let's just let it go. So now I'm in a spot where I'm just gonna let it grow. See what happens.
Now you're gonna need product for your hair and for your beard, though.
Yes, I am. And as we're saying this, my girlfriend just yelled out in the kitchen that she does not believe me.
Let's see how long it is right now. Take that.
She doesn't believe you that she wants you to grow longer hair.
No, that I will grow it longer and I won't get it cut.
Take your hat off. Let's see it. Oh yeah, you got a long way to go, dude.
Yeah, it's not that far out yet,
bro. Like this is ridiculous. Like this is bugging me.
He's a
like,
freaking hippie.
I think I need a haircut like 2 months ago.
right?
You hippie freak.
Yeah, well, the thing is, my dad was going bald. I am not. So
what does that have to do with you being a hippie?
Has nothing to do with me being hippie, but I'm not a hippie. So
wow.
Now I think since you're a Viking, you should do what the Vikings do on TV and put the braids in your put the Thor braids in your beard.
You know, I was against it, but my one friend, he's got a pretty long beard too, and he did it. And another one of my friends, actually, I have beard envy of him. His is immaculately awesome. So yeah.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about the CBCA awards and the best hair, which Cole's been mentioned in. And Rob, are you feeling slighted by not being mentioned in the best beard category, or that one's not created for you?
Well, if Rob, no offense, Rob, but you really can't be in the beard category because you don't have a beard. You have a goatee and a mustache.
Actually, he has a Van Dyke.
You call it a Van Dyke, Van Gogh. It doesn't matter. It's not a beard. It's not a beard. But I don't feel slighted. No.
So you're saying you're excluding facial hair of any kind unless it's a full beard, is what you're saying. So
yeah, it's got to be a full beard, man.
You're just a
beard
exclude a good portion of the community in
order to beard supremacist.
You get your way.
Wait, I'm not trying to get my way. I'm just giving my opinion.
I don't care. I don't want the damn award anyways.
Yeah, I love how the award kind of has Rob's hackles up a little bit.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking about my sheet fill out, right? And I think there is a best beard category, isn't there?
I think it's just
it's hair, beard, facial hair.
Yeah. I nominated Rob for that.
Don't do it, guys. Stop nominating him for it. He doesn't want it.
Yeah.
He's not a novelty.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Put him on for Slab Hub.
Would much rather win a comic book community award for some kind of comic book related content as opposed to the fact that I just grow a mustache that nobody else grows.
All right, Nick's here to fight.
No,
Nick came in here, but he didn't come on as a host. He could have just jumped in.
I will say this.
Nick's
if Rob does not win for Slab Hub, there was something wrong, and I demand a recount. I'm sorry, but if y'all don't watch Slab Hub, you need to because it's awesome.
Thank you.
And he gives away a shit ton of books.
He does.
I'm not familiar with the show, but I hear good things.
You've been on the show yet.
This is the stuff that I have to deal with, guys.
Rob's got a show?
Rob, you have a
Been on
YouTube
it.
channel?
I have. God, I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
There
Right.
you go. What have you got on him? Well, a better dancer.
I could do airplane quotes all day.
Well, what's not to do? I mean, those are just great. The only movie more quotable is probably Blazing Saddles.
Princess
I don't know,
Bride.
like, and I know this is sacrilege, but I actually think I might prefer Airplane a little more than Blazing Saddles.
No, that's fair.
It's just stupid fun. Like,
Right.
Blazing Saddles is still a good movie, but Airplane just hits you with dumb joke after dumb joke. I love it so much.
No,
And when the
I,
shit hits the fan in that movie, the shit hits the fan.
hey, that's how I developed the drinking problem.
Hey, Billy, you ever
I
seen
only
a
watched
grown
one show with
man
Bob Beach. I was off.
Apparently the logos are similar.
That has gotten me into some trouble.
Yeah.
Right? That's okay.
Oh,
We'll get you out of trouble.
Speaking of trouble, I had to change my intro.
You did? Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember your song became different.
Yes, it did.
we are no
because-
longer Vikings.
Yes, we are. Stop.
Well, they took the song from us.
They didn't take it. It's just that, dude, everything
can't
would have
take
had a
it from our
copyright
hearts.
strike. So I messaged the artist that came up with the song and tried to get his permission to use the song as my intro. I heard nothing, and I was like, you know what? It's been 3 weeks. I'm done. So I went ahead and used it anyway. So and I got copyright strikes on every show and live stream with it.
Yeah,
And
from the music company that owns the rights.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I hit up E-Man and asked him to change it, and he did. And we got it to what it is currently now, and I like it.
Now, did they give you copyright strikes or did they just copyright marks on it where they said they're allowing you to use it, but they're going to claim any money that you make off of it?
I don't know. I can tell you
Because there's different things, right? So like whenever every once in a
We
while
don't
I
read
use-
emails, Rob.
All right. Well, it's actually in the notations on the claim, because what happens is you'll have a strike and then there's a claim. So I've had every once in a while I've used the Benny Hill music under when I fast forward just because I think it's really funny. And what happens with that is I'll get a copyright claim on it, and it'll say that the owner of the copyright has allowed you to continue to utilize it in the way that you're using it. However, they're claiming monetization rights on that particular video because of that.
Yeah, what it says is your video is ineligible for monetization due to a copyright claim. Review details and dispute the claim if you believe this is an error. Revenue is held separately until a dispute is resolved.
Yeah, so it's not saying you can't. It says you can't make any money, and since you don't have the subscribers to monetize anyways right now, even close, it's like, whatever. You have times if you wanted.
True. I can, but at some point I'm just going to go back and delete those videos.
Well, or just change out the music. You can download, re-edit the music, whatever you want to do. Sure.
I don't like editing.
Kix, what is the best cereal? Oh, Fruity Pebbles.
I was just thinking about that too.
Corn Pops.
Oh, I love Corn Pops. I was just gonna say it. Corn Pops is so good, and I like honeycomb too.
Honeycomb is
butter,
good.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch is amazing.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
No, that's sacrilege. It's Captain
You guys
Crunch.
are gonna think I'm really weird. Crackling
Corn
oat bran.
Oh,
No, and I like a good
I
classic
like
cereal,
crackling
too.
oat bran and let it get a little soggy.
Frosted Flakes. That's classic.
Cocoa Pebbles is also good, but
Captain Crunch, what, you want to tear up the roof of your mouth, man? You might as well eat.
Well, not everyone chews with the roof of their mouth there, Beckerman.
Yeah,
Some
that's
of us
true.
chew with our teeth.
I do on occasionally really just enjoy plain old cornflakes or frosted
I
flakes.
challenge anyone to eat
Frosted
3 bowls
Flakes.
of Captain Crunch. And if the roof of your mouth isn't savaged,
Oh, well, that's why I eat peanut butter Captain
What? What are we waiting on? Whoa,
Tastes
whoa,
better,
whoa,
and
bro!
it's not just
What are we? What's this?
are
What's
you
this
saying
wager
you
here?
can eat Captain Crunch 3 bowls of it
3 bowls
while it's still crispy? Like you pour the milk and you immediately down the bowl. And you're telling me the roof of your mouth isn't going to have like that terrible feeling of pain.
Okay. What is the wager?
Well,
We'll
this
talk
needs to
about
be
this.
on a
This
load
Talk
this sounds
about
like
it.
another. Hey guys, next week on the Alan Rue's the Day or Comic Vatican or whatever channel they have now.
I want 5 bowls of Captain Crunch in front of each of you, and I want you guys to go completely through.
I won't do it, man. I love the roof of my mouth too much. The roof of my mouth and I are like this, son.
Mike, I love the roof of your mouth too.
Yep.
Well, but Alan wanted to get to what the wager is.
Yeah, I'll bet whatever you want to bet. You want to throw some comics at this? I don't care,
I mean,
man.
that's usually
That
what it
stuff is
is.
damaging, and I don't care who says it or who says that otherwise.
Right?
Like,
You got Southpaw Brad. Do it now, Alan.
I
Go
don't
get
have
those
any Captain Crunch.
Crunches.
and
Could be
don't
one.
be messing around with them crunch berries. I want sheer Captain Crunch. It's something about the design of those little bricks, man. The Captain.
No, we ain't doing no crunch berries or peanut butter. No, that stuff's crap.
I don't know how you.
need to eat
What the
regular
heck are
Captain
you
Crunch.
talking about? Peanut butter's crap.
It is no peanut butter with peanut butter and jelly is great. Or peanut butter and syrup sandwiches, those are good too. But peanut butter and Captain Crunch, no.
Now, have you had the Dingleberry Crunch?
No. Why would you? No, why? Why would you do that?
You were thinking about it.
I've never understood the oops all berries. Like, how do they keep making this mistake?
It's not even Captain Crunch at that point.
Well, I just more mean like, why hasn't somebody in the warehouse been
Fixed
fired
Yeah.
for putting nothing but crunch berries into the box?
Right. Southpaw Brad agrees with you, Mike. He says,
Yeah,
like
man,
full of glass.
I've never figured out how to eat it without.
We're gonna make a video on this. This has got to happen now.
You guys have to have the cereal challenge now.
Yeah, I want to have a cereal challenge where this loudmouth eats 3 bowls and then shows me the roof of
Loudmouth.
And Dingleberry Crunch brought him out of
You
the-
got very indignant about it, like very dismissive of my claims that Captain
Because
Crunch
I can
started-
do it because I eat with my teeth, not my mouth.
Yeah, you're gonna look ridiculous then. So what are you gonna do there?
You don't know how I eat cereal.
You eat like a normal person when you do this challenge.
Now, how much of the cereal ends up in your beard?
Like, are you gonna peck at it like a hen?
Depends on milk. It just
And you can't let the cereal sit too long in the milk. I want regular bites going.
You might have to invite Bobby on. He can eat 3 bowls of Captain Crunch dry.
Bobby's a superhuman. He's never been one of us.
Oh,
Can I pick trial by combat and have a champion?
Yeah,
Bobby.
Yeah, just tag Bobby in apparently.
There you
I don't
go.
know.
Zach's
I've
got it
never
right
been
for you
able to
guys.
eat more than 2 bowls of that stuff. Stuff starts happening. It always seems like a good idea when you haven't done it in a while.
If nothing else, the sugar content hits you and you're
True. Yeah. Go into a diabetic coma.
See, I can't even have it. I'll lose a foot by the end of it.
Yeah. That's why I like crackling oat bran. It doesn't mess up my mouth or anything.
That's why I like bacon and eggs.
Ooh.
Bacon and eggs is a classic, and it's good.
And when I'm too lazy, I'll fry up some Spam. I ain't afraid of it.
See, my go-to breakfast for years was PB&J on wheat. Loved it. And then, my kid is allergic to peanuts, so we haven't had peanut butter in the house for 12 years.
That's
why I like to make the most dangerous food product in America: a peanut butter and strawberry jam sandwich on white bread. That's like it's like the most dangerous food on the planet.
Anaphylactic shock waiting to happen.
It's like peanut butter, strawberries, and freaking wheat. What do you do?
Right?
And it's white bread.
We need it. I like the we need a cereal belt for this challenge.
You do.
I don't worry,
Homework
everyone.
to
I will
do
not
now.
let Alan back out of this. This guy's
Nice.
eating 3 bowls of Captain Crunch.
Right? It's got to be like a world championship wrestling belt. You guys got to have the cereal
And
challenge.
if you guys
belt.
want to try something really awesome, take 2 pancakes, put peanut butter on one side, put syrup on the other, put them together, eat it like a sandwich.
Now, if I
No.
make pancakes, I'm just putting boysenberry syrup on it.
See, I'm
Boysenberry
diabetic,
syrup.
and I would go into a coma after eating that.
Well,
Rob's fat
take
stacks
a
of
bite then.
flapjacks.
That's right. Boysenberry syrup.
But I do like your favorite breakfast. Now, when you do eggs and bacon, do you toast?
Yes, because I fry my eggs.
Perfect.
In the
you've
bacon
got
grease.
me.
In the bacon
Eggs,
grease.
bacon, and toast.
You gotta cook the bacon, then you gotta fry the eggs in the bacon.
Eggs, bacon, and toast. Start your day the fat stacks way with eggs, bacon, and toast.
And a glass of whiskey
Wow.
or black coffee, whichever you prefer.
There's been a lot more singing than I thought there would be.
Right. Well, I think that's what you guys need on that channel is more singing, Beckerman.
He just won't allow me to express myself all the time.
Express yourself.
Hey, man, don't yell at me. You signed the contract.
I guess. But you're
You
going to
gotta
eat
hear
the 3
first.
bowls of cereal, and then after the roof of your mouth leaves you debilitated, I will take over your channel.
In a cast iron
You're going to
skillet.
take over my channel.
Oh, sorry.
Next week it's going to be
Alan
called
can't
Beckerman
talk
Vikings.
anymore because he
Can't
he
talk.
thought he had it all, but Captain Crunch 3 bowl challenge kicked his butt.
Captain Crunch 3 Bowl Challenge. That's what we're going to call it.
But how do you determine like it can't just be up to your discretion, right? Like
No,
there's
it's
gotta
not
be
going to be totally up to me. Basically,
Can I have
you're going to
a?
have to show the top of my mouth, like the roof of my mouth.
I would
mean,
like
you're
him
gonna
to
have
bring in a professional, like an oral hygienist.
there's got to be a
afterwards
pain index,
I want
yeah.
somebody to inspect the roof of his mouth afterwards.
right?
Maybe not even a professional, but just somebody with a flashlight. Like I really want to get. I just want to get in there and see what's going on.
Right, looks like a torn up cavern. Yeah.
I mean,
Something's
yeah, if it's
gonna
torn
happen,
up, yeah.
dude.
Oh,
Ain't
like,
nothing you can do about
oh
that.
God, I can't say that on this. Sorry.
Yeah, we're a family show, Rob. Damn it. Not with the stuff we talked about
Ooh,
tonight.
Chop and Drop is hitting me with some recipes here. man.
Giving you some ideas, huh?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm into it. I'd try it.
I'm a big fan of peanut butter sandwich. You want to do peanut butter with jam? That's great. You want to do peanut butter with honey? Great. You want to do peanut butter with apple butter on toast? Oh,
Next
So
level
good.
snack.
So good. I've done that. Oh, it's so good.
I like putting peanut butter on the thin, crispy cookies, like oatmeal raisin cookies or chocolate chip. But
sure.
the thinner, the better. You
Yep.
peanut butter those up and you eat them.
Mhm.
Oh
A
man,
little
you're on
crisp.
you're in flavor country.
Peanut butter is a great goddamn product. God bless America.
Right. And you know, that was
Tonight-
funny because I was watching Stranger Things season 7, and Hopper, who had been stuck in Russia for a while, gets into this bunker where there's some American peanut butter that he's just like 2-fingering it and just like going to town like it's the best thing he ever had.
Look, one of my favorite all-time things in the world is when you freshly open up a brand new jar of peanut butter. Those first couple hits off that top jar, that's the best damn peanut butter ever. It sucks when you get to the bottom of the jar. You're like, oh, that's the dog's peanut butter now. This, I want to go open up the new jar. I want the top 2 inches.
There's a local homemade peanut they make their own peanut butter place, and they do a cappuccino peanut butter that my wife really loves.
Taco tot casserole. We got
Taco-
Chop and Drop cooking.
dude. Now I'm just I ate dinner recently and I'm already hungry.
Does Viking keep tie-ins in the run or with the event?
What do you mean tie-ins?
When you're buying a book, say like Venom, King in Black, there's the Venom run, and then there's all the King and Black tie-ins and other titles. If you pick them up, where do you file those in your collection? Do you file them with the Viking King and Black run, or do you create separate places for all for the individual titles of the books that the tie-in is part of, even if you don't collect that title?
So since you said that one, I'll use that one as a first example. Venom, the Donny Cates run. I don't have all of them. I read them all through trade paperback or online. Because obviously number 3 is ridiculous expensive. The King in Black, no, they would go the King in Black series. I kept separate. I have since broke them up because I wasn't the biggest fan of that run.
What about all the tie-ins, though? Did you collect any of the tie-ins?
No, I don't collect tie-ins. Nope.
There you go.
Honestly,
that's what he was asking.
Honestly, that's just DC and Marvel's way to try and get us to spend money, and it bugs me a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, like Savage Avengers was a great run, except for the 3 issues they forced to tie in with the King in Black, which completely shot the story off. But it's funny you said that about Venom 3 because I had one, and I notoriously don't like Venom. I gave that sucker away so quick when I got it. I didn't care what it was worth. Like Venom's.
Do you care now?
Not at all. I just had it recently. I gave it away. I didn't want that. I'm not a Venom guy in any way.
They're all worth some money, but there's only really one cover that's really big. I mean, because when you get to the others, I have 2 copies of Venom 3, but they're like the Tyler Kirkham cover, and they're not worth nearly as much. Nowhere near.
Hey, Marcus.
Wow, nice. Join us a little
Anyways.
later. Yeah, how you doing, sir?
But as far as I don't know what else has had tie-ins and.
Well, you had like Empire, you had DC versus Vampires, you had Death Metal, you had all the tie-ins from the big companies.
Okay, so I got Death Metal. I was there from the beginning on Death Metal, and I don't collect tie-ins, but as far as like the one shots, I would keep them in order of the way they came out, like the publishing date, I guess you could say, or the date that they were in the shop.
Interesting.
Because like I was one of the few people that actually enjoyed Empire, but I just made an Empire tab and put all the Empire with the tie-ins in. But then, see, I'm anal because if a book I collect has tie-ins, then I buy it twice because I have to have it in the regular run, and then I have to have it in the event run.
Okay, that's a good.
Wow.
Okay, I'm glad you did that. So I jumped on the Alex Ross Timeless variant set. At the same time, I was reading Wolverine. At the same time, I was collecting all the Extra Swords. There was a Wolverine book that they had the Alex Ross Timeless variant, the A cover for Wolverine, and the Extra Swords cover. I had 3 of the same book because it had to go in separate sections.
Well, you got different cover, but you got different covers, right?
I can't remember if the Extra Swords one was the same as the Wolverine one. I think they were. But
you got at least some different covers, whatever that you moved. Yeah. Interesting.
But the timeless variants, I still have those. Wolverine got split up because they just went bad on that, and Extra Swords, I still have that from the beginning to the end.
So, what's your current favorite series going right now, Alan?
I don't really want to say because it's a cliche because they just got picked up by Amazon. 8 Billion Genies is good. 8 Billion Genies is good. I liked it from the very first read.
There's only 3 issues of it.
Oh, you're right. There's only 3 issues. That's all it takes to be good. I mean, really, it only takes 1.
It's honestly, called good so far.
Far, it's good. But edging it out, even though it's only the 2nd issue dropped this week, was Do a Powerbomb by Daniel Warren Johnson.
So, guys, what we're seeing on the show tonight is a lot of behind-the-scenes division between Alan and Mike that they're covering up on their regular show.
Wait till you see tomorrow. we literally ask the audience to pick which one of us they love more.
Right?
That's easy. That's so easy, though.
Why? Do you not like me, Rob?
He said, "Which one do you love more?"
Yeah.
Not which one do you like?
Didn't say do you
And
not
don't
love?
or don't
Yeah.
like. Which one don't you like? He just said, "Which one do you love more?" I'm sorry.
Which means Rob can love both of you, but one of you edges
Rob
out the other.
Fatstacks is a Mike Becker guy.
That's right. I am. I'm sorry. Not that I don't like
Cancel your
you.
contract.
Maybe
It's okay,
that's what
Alan.
I've always
Just make sure to
wanted.
unsub him when you leave.
Nah, I'm not of some Rob. I need those alerts when he does his mail calls.
No. We actually got to get Rob subs. He's on the road to beat Taylor Winder. There's not even a number involved. It's just the road to beat Taylor Winder.
Okay.
What's Taylor at and what are you at? So what do we need to do here?
Last I saw, I was like at 842, and he's at like 896.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
Rob,
actually
you got to
close.
get T-shirts made that say that just to pick on him. # road to beat Taylor Winder.
Lately, I've been gaining about 6 to 1.
Okay.
But it's at this point it's one of those things. It's not about and getting to 1,000 because again I don't care about when you get to 1,000. Although getting there first and then not monetizing would be one of those things that would just irritate Taylor too. But
You're not going to monetize?
So if you
No.
get to 1,000, you're not going to monetize.
I've said it multiple times. I have no desire to do that. I'm not going to change. This is just a fun hobby. What do I need another 35 cents for? Or the hassle of trying to come up, let's come with a membership and I got to come up with ways to make it people value it. No, just come in with joy and hang out, man. Let's just keep this thing rolling.
God,
Right.
every time I
Enjoy
think
your
I can't
content.
love you more, you just go and you raise it.
Yeah, you should have seen when I did my 10 questions with Jimmy. He really just didn't understand that concept that I wasn't. What do you mean you're not going to monetize? You've said this. I don't understand. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm
Kind of like
gonna
how
get paid
you're not
like
going to make
everybody
your own
else.
content on your own
So
channel.
I mean, the reality is this: like, I'm in no rush to do it, and I don't see a big deal in it now. But I don't really understand what it all means or anything else. So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll explore it at some point. Never say never, right? But it's not like the day I turn 1,000, I'm going like, yay, channel membership, and I'm turning to Subinon, and yay, I'm rolling in my coins now.
See,
Let me find a payphone so I can make a call.
You have no
And-
desire to do it now, like at
No.
this time.
Right.
Who knows down the road? But for now, yeah, I respect that. Just like my no content thing.
Right.
You know, there's some people, Nick, who really needle you about it, but it's like, nah, I don't want the responsibility of my own channel. I like to show up on Alan's deal. We have fun, but you know, at the
Okay.
end of the day,
Maybe if I were to,
take a week off.
Scott, that's a good thing. If I bringing that up, I might look into it because I've seen, like Comic Man Andy does too. He does some stuff where from his channel membership, he raises money for a cause. If I do, that's what I would end up doing. It would be, doing something where the monetization would go towards charity because I don't need it and I don't want to be bought with. But I'll have to look into that.
Now, Alan, I want to dip back in. You said you're an ex-Marine,
Former Marine.
former Marine.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no ex-Marines.
I'm sorry. You know, I misspoke.
Well,
Former
they
Marine.
are, but they're.
No, I wasn't trying to be
dishonorably.
disrespectful about your
I
service.
understand.
So, you know, we'll joke about a lot of things, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, it's okay.
Before he says it,
It's
my,
actually
my,
it's-
my nephew just got past his crucible.
Oh,
Nice.
congrats.
He's a Hollywood Marine, I'm guessing, right? Because you're out in California.
Well, he was down in California, but he's from Kansas.
But he's in Pendleton.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Well, one of my friends locally
I'll
had
explain
the
that. I'll
UTK.
explain that in a bit. So the thing with ex and former for Marines, it's really stupid. It's just like once a Marine, always Marine type of thing, and they drill that into you when they're brainwashing you. So like you get it drilled into your head, so you're like, there's no X, it's just 4 miles.
Apparently, unless you're a California Marine.
No, now I'll go to that. So, all right, there's 2 recruit depots. There's Paris Island, and then there's MCRD San Diego. There's an internal feud between in the Marine Corps of Marines that went to California and Marines that went to Paris Island. It's just a thing that, like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You know, it's but basically, I mean, it's all the same. The only 2 super differences they have is weather, and not. It still
Where's
sucks.
Paris Island?
Paris Island, South Carolina.
One has humidity and one has dry heat.
Yeah, the biggest difference is the California Marines have to go up the Reaper, which is they have to hike up the Reaper. It's not fun. No, I've seen it. It's no, and then Paris Island, you have to do land nav through a swamp, and yeah, that's not fun either because almost everybody falls in.
Then you're hot, wet, and humid.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a swamp full of leeches?
What's that?
So did you come up with some leeches too?
No, I had during my time at boot camp, nobody had that issue.
Well, that's at least good because, you know, I don't know. Every time you think of a swamp, you think of coming up with leeches.
But so yeah, that's just a little dig at the Hollywood Marines, and they'll do the same thing to Paris Island Marines. It's a kind of a internal thing. It doesn't amount to anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just still a little back and forth crap.
But what's their dig name for you? If you call them California Marines, what do they call you guys?
We call them Hollywood Marines. And as far as for us, really nothing. They just that we complained about the sand fleas, so they thought that really wasn't that big a deal. But
you can all agree that the chair force.
Yeah, that's another thing. So I will stand and let people make fun of the Marine Corps, and I'll get back with the friends, all that stuff. I don't like it when aside from Rob saying the chair force. I mean, that's okay, but when you're really, really digging, like you actually mean stuff, and you're digging at another branch and trying to uptalk another branch, you better have served in one of those, because if you didn't, then that's not cool. Because that's a brother and sister rivalry between the 4 branches.
Right. So, but there's always some respect there.
Yes, always.
I mean, everyone, no matter what branch you're with, you're serving.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, were comics a part of your life in the Marines too, or did those come after you?
They came way after.
Okay. So then was you got out, you decided to grow a beard because you were tired of shaving.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you said that you don't run anymore. So did you just get sick of that?
I still run every now and again. Has been the last like 3 to 4 years has been a lot less, but I was still running after I got out. So there was that. But as far as shaving, no. And while I was in, I had to shave twice a day.
Wow. That's strict, huh?
Well, it was just because my shadow was really bad. More in boot camp than in garrison, but yeah, I had to shave twice a day.
See, my buddy Mikhail here is a former Marine as well, and he talks about his time respectfully, but there's things he doesn't like to talk about either that he's been through. Super guy also has a YouTube channel if anyone here wants to check it out, called Geek Spot Comics. Really, really super dude. I'm actually I've already talked to him a few times this week, and we're getting to the hour 20-minute mark, but I wanted to bring it back around to community review.
Well, before you do that, Gary, can I ask him a question?
You sure can.
The question?
Yeah, the question. Go for it.
Right. So now that you're on YouTube and you're racking up these subs and bringing in the ringer here, like, your own
Oh, he's
Mariano.
definitely the ringer.
He's your own Mariano Rivera. Let's just be honest. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
the music hits, Mike comes out, and people go crazy, and so it's attracting attention. Marvel and DC start watching what you're doing, and they're going, damn, this dude's got some opinions, and they ain't bad, unlike that Gary B guy. So they approach you, and you only got so much time in a day to do anything. So you have a decision you've got to make. They both want you to help fix a broken hero. Any character that they have that's broken and just underperforming, and they want you to lead the new direction for that character. What character are you picking from either Marvel or DC that you think needs to be helped, and what direction would you like to see them go in?
Hulk. Donny Cates did amazing on Venom. He was great. He sucks on Hulk. This run it makes me hate the Incredible Hulk, and it was really, really bad, like really bad. Like Starship Hulk, what kind of crap was that? What were you thinking? Like seriously, like what kind of stupid little like think tank did you guys sit in and say, oh, what could be the worst idea possible? Oh, there it is. Like, that is just no. It's
Shaka-laka, shaka-laka.
Well, there it is. Yep.
Oh man, it's just.
That's the first time I've ever heard that used in a sentence.
What's that?
Well, there it is.
Shaka-laka, shaka-laka. I think you're required when you say that. You have to say shaka-laka, shaka-laka.
Right?
I just want them to take Hulk back to. I'm all about the origins, and because I'm just stuck in that time frame. I guess you could say.
Kind of a purist.
What if Hulk was a starship that could be piloted by Bruce
Can we kick him off now?
So
that's just dumb.
So then, Alan, would you be perhaps intrigued by the recent announcement of a Joe Fixit run?
Yes, I am, I'm excited for it. Well, I'm excited that that it's getting changed. That's what I'm excited about.
Well, I don't think it's the main title. This is going to be a new run, a new title.
Yep.
Is it taking place back in the Joe Fixit days? Like
I believe so. I think it's a flashback series.
Yeah. It's probably a limited.
Is
Peter David writing it?
I'm not. I just saw a headline. I've been too busy today to read articles, so it was more of a skimming thing. And I saw a headline that was talking about a Joe Fixit Hulk separate series being announced.
I hope Peter David.
Now, Alan, did you read the Maestro series he recently did? Those are great.
Those are amazing. Like
way better than I thought they were going to be. Just completely.
Yep.
Absorbed into them.
Oh, me too. Yep.
Okay, Joe Fixit limited series coming in 2023. Peter David and Yildiray Cinar team up in 2023 for a new Joe Fixit limited series.
There you go. Then yes, it's going to be money.
Right. Well, Peter David is still like Chris Claremont. He's a big name in writing. So you're going to fix the Hulk. You're going to take him back to his roots. You're going to make him a little bit more horror based, a little bit more of the Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was no the one of the things about the Hulk is you can't control the Hulk. I mean, you don't control the Hulk, and apparently Marvel made that possible in the movies. I don't know how you made it possible, and you don't explain how you make it possible, but you made it happen. So
they went the Joe Fixit route with him a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they explained it a little more, I would be more intrigued to see that. But I mean, you need that. You need that Hulk is just the pure aggression coming out and just getting. If anything's in his way, he gets it out of his way. Done.
Right. And the madder Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk gets.
Exactly.
Well, there's a few basic characteristics to him that make him the classic hero that he is, or anti-hero, depending on what stage it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were you a fan of the old Bill Bixby series and Lou Ferrigno?
Yes. Yes, I was.
I love Bobby.
The sun's getting low, big guy. I know. Alan started hulking out a little himself there for a second. Mike,
Yeah,
does he ever
he
scare
gets
you?
real
That question
defensive.
was so easy to answer. It was so easy.
See, Mike got quiet because I think sometimes you scare Mike, and Mike's just trying to participate.
No, I was just one. I'm
look.
tired, and two, I was just thinking about Speedball, and that's who I would take over
Well, yeah. When are you not thinking about Speedball though?
pretty much all the time.
Right, exactly. So
Speedball's a
I'd,
great.
I'd age him up. I'd have him like semi-retire. Man, no, I'd retire him. Have him have a wife and kid, and
he
get
could have a
pulled
son
back
named
in.
Gum, and he could be Gumball and
Couple
Speedball.
kids bouncing around.
He could get in
So-
some sticky situations.
So another thing, another positive for Beckerman and me is Beckerman's been
Beckerman
doing
and I.
this 20. Beckerman and me. Beckerman's been doing this.
New romantic sitcom coming this fall.
Beckerman's been doing this for about 20 plus years, right, bro?
30,
30 years.
31.
Yeah,
actually.
he has so much knowledge. Like he teaches me. Like every time we do a video, I
Sometimes.
learn something.
Sometimes
I learned about
forget
Mr. Miracle
stuff.
tonight. It was great.
Miracle Man, actually.
Miracle Man. Sorry. I got it wrong
you,
already.
You took your
Yeah.
learning seriously, I see.
What's that?
I said
He
you
doesn't
took your
take
learning
notes.
seriously.
I did. I looked it
No,
up
he
to see
listened
where
to
I
me.
could get the to read it all and everything. But Miracle Man, yes.
I've read
That
a
was-
lot of comics. Yes, I wouldn't say I'm knowledgeable, but I've read a lot of comics.
You got some retention,
So
If you read that much, you're bound to retain some.
right?
sometimes it
Even-
all mushes together, though, and I get
Right.
storylines confused.
Well, it doesn't help when they have like certain characters have 4 and 5 different books running simultaneously with different stories, and
Or they've changed their name 5, 6 different times, and you're trying to remember what time period they're what.
or God forbid if it's a long running series and they retcon the hell out of it, and then they retcon the retcons, and I mean, it's barely like the other day we were just trying to remember Spidey's parents. We were talking about that. I was like, it's so hard.
Right? Yeah, things have been redone so much.
Are they still spies?
Right.
The
Lord.
last go round they were. They're still dead.
Yeah.
They're
That's
still
what you
dead.
mean. But
They're
Oh,
dead
sure.
spies.
so they're horrible spies right now. But
They're still dead.
They're not doing a whole lot of spying at the moment.
That Uncle Ben, though, nobody's died more than him.
Poor bastard.
Great rice, bad at living.
cancel culture on that one.
Legacy
Oh,
lives on.
sorry.
You can't even call him Uncle Ben anymore. He's just Ben.
Right?
Oh boy.
Alan,
Not to be confused with old Ben who lives out beyond the Dune Sea.
we're gonna right the ship again. And I'm gonna
He
ask
keeps saying
you,
that.
Keep saying that.
Well, before I ask you my final question, Beckerman, did you have anything that you wanted to ask Alan or get in here?
No, but come back to me at the end. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm going to ask you this as someone that started out as someone in the comments and then moved over to a content creator. What have you seen and learned about the community, and how has it affected your channel and growth into a channel as you've become where you are now currently?
Oof. Wow. One thing I had to that I've experienced when you're in the comments, right, and you see these giveaways, grand prizes, all that stuff, and you see like some guys on the panels always winning, and you're like, oh, of course they won. This is so rigged, and and you don't even type it as #rigged like Taylor Winder does. You just write it off as rigged and all that stuff. And right after I started my channel, I did some mystery boxes, and I had to correct someone on DJ Lynx's channel. because he thought it was rigged. And just so I could they thought I straight up rigged it so that he would get this awesome box and the rest of them are crap. And just so I would get more exposure on CJ Lynx's channel.
Right.
No, that's not what that is. No. And not at all. At all. And DJ Lynx didn't even have the best box at that. That thing still bothers me because he didn't even have the best box.
The thing
you didn't
is,
have time to
you
rig it?
can't let that stuff get to you. Look at how many boxes that guy orders too. He's bound to get some hits. You know, if you buy 70 boxes and 35 of them hit,
especially when the boxes are like eight or 10 box runs or even less, where there's a high chance of
the what you say, taking advice to what my channel is. Really, I don't think it is affected it gave me ideas for my channel. Like everything I'm seeing everybody do, it gave me some ideas of how to run my channel and what to do, what not to do, and everything. But the biggest bump I would say is since I switched, I've gotten more and more advice on collecting and to where you need to because when I started out, man, I was buying everything. I was buying as much as I could. If the cover looked cool, I was buying it. I found out a little longer than quickly that's a bad idea.
Right.
So,
I don't understand what you're saying.
But and it's basically what Rob says all the time: collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody else. So when I read,
especially Rob,
I'm just a fat man with fat economics.
There it is.
When I read if I think I'm going to like it, I'm going to pick it up off the shelf and I'm going to try it. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to read it. I don't want to spec too hard. I don't do a whole lot of that. I do want some first appearances in my collection. But as far as these new books, I'm not looking at these new books as, oh, this is the first appearance of this one, I'm going to grab this, and I don't read it. If it's like a number 3 of a series that I don't even read, a character I don't care about, I'm not buying that.
You could use more first appearances on your wall behind you, like Spider-Man Annual number 22.
The first Speedball.
I have a copy.
I have one too.
I have a few.
Send me one. If it's in a slab, I'll put it on the wall.
Oh, I only have one slabbed one, and I'm already using it.
Oh, okay.
It might be load bearing too.
It's keeping his table from wobbling.
Oh, wobbling.
No, good answer. Because I was always curious about that perspective from you being in the audience and then coming over to this side to the content creation. Because I kind of just jumped in as a content creator. I used to watch YouTube, but I used to watch movie reviews, and I wasn't really in the comic community. I didn't even know it existed until I started making the content, and then I found it.
Yeah, the thing I knew everybody was everybody's really nice, welcoming, generous, all that, and it has multiplied a lot. And sometimes I feel like I might be taking advantage of it, and I just
I think you should probably think of it more as karma paying you back for your good deeds.
Okay,
which don't go unpunished.
So I try to give back as far as that's concerned. So I try. It's just I don't know exactly what to do, like what to throw in a box to send to somebody. It's just like, can I just throw anything in there, or does it need to be specific to what they like? I mean, honestly, because I don't want to send them like 5 to 10 books that they're just gonna throw away. I mean, I want them to enjoy them. Not that I care if they throw 3 of them away. If they keep 2, I think that's a win.
Yeah, comics are tough, man. It's That's why I will never do mystery boxes. I don't need that kind of stress. I stress out about sending an AOK out if the person's going to like the books in it. You know what I mean? I can't imagine stressing out if somebody's going to pay me for something. That's a whole nother level I don't even want to be involved
I
in.
agree completely, Gary.
If somebody's got paid, you get paid before you even send it out, man.
Can't do it. I'd stress too much.
No, because if they get it and they don't like it, I'm going to feel really shitty and like I fucked up and like I owe them more. And I'm going to end up costing myself more money in the end trying to make up for it.
If you make good mystery boxes, then and people should know what they're getting into. As long as the box at the end of the day has value,
The value is
not
the key.
and it's not filled with crap books. Then I mean by crap books I mean like beat up dogs, unless they're all like, you're sending this. You can send me a mystery box full of beat up books if they're like from 1940 and 1950. But I mean, if you're sending me modern books and they're beat up, and
So if I send you a beat up book from 1963, that's not good.
That might be okay.
It might be okay.
It just depends. If if you're just sending it to me, I don't hate on anything. If you're sending it to me, but I'm as part of a mystery box, I'm doing it. It really kind of depends on the rest of the boxes,
I was just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, no, I know. So it's mystery boxes are definitely it is a stressful thing.
I would rather do AOKs than try to fret over selling anything.
So I thought that doing a mystery box, this isn't going to be that hard. The thing I ventured down the rabbit hole and you found, I got to price all this. All right. How do you price it? Where do you go to price it? What do you look at? And there's so many variables and you're never going to get 100% the right price. You're not. At least I don't feel you are. I could be wrong.
And they fluctuate so fast, the prices.
Yep.
Mystery
boxes are not easy to do. And if the person's holding on to it for a while before they film their box opening, it could be a completely different value just 4 weeks later,
Yeah. I don't look at, that's why usually when I do them and I'm pricing them out, I don't exclusively go off of like eBay last sold. If I'm looking at solds on eBay, I will look at where's the range of last several, and especially over what period of time was that.
Mm-hmm.
I will also usually consult like cover price, or where I'm looking and seeing what is the sales data history.
But that's a lot of work. That's like having another job.
No, it absolutely it is. It will take me, a week at least to put together a 10-box run minimum, assuming I already have all the books there. Then I second guess myself 2 or 3 times, and then like Mike said, something changes, and all of a sudden you go, oh crap! Now that one was my big hit, but now it just turned out that was no longer what it is. All of a sudden, again, it's all part of the thing, and that's why I always shoot for significantly over value, because usually I'm not there to try to make. If I want to make value on the sale, then I need to sell the books individually. On a mystery box, I'm looking here to move volume, which means I'm getting some money back, and somebody else, because they're buying stuff sight unseen, not knowing what they're getting, they need to be getting overvalue, and not, and in my personal opinion is it starts at 20% and goes up from there depending upon what you're looking at. Not, oh, you got $2 over your $100 mystery box. See, you're cool, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's what I would be stressed about, is making it well over value.
Right.
If you got the books, it's not hard.
Right.
You just throw some good books in there. That's just, and when you're doing a mystery box, you're gonna have good books that you don't want to keep.
So, see, that's my problem is finding enough good books that I don't want to keep.
Right. Because you get a good book,
because there's a lot of books now that I get because I do give away so many books on Saturday. A lot of stuff that I used to in the past set aside for like, that's a good $5 to $10 book for a mystery box or something for mid price range stuff or something. Anything, even books of $20, $30 go. into my box here to give away at times. It's just not. Oh, it's not in my repertoire.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in
Well,
the box.
just look at those J. Scott Campbell signed ones you put in there alone.
Yep, there's a whole ton of signed books and stuff that are in this box that go out. It's just.
Now, are you a signature guy too, Alan, or do you like signed books?
I like signed books. I went to my first con for Heroes Con. I do not like standing in line for those signatures.
I like signed books, and I will not lie.
But they're nice, but it doesn't have to be. It's not the end all be all,
And when the artist puts a remark on his face, you get sprung.
All right. So then Beckerman, I promised Beckerman I'd go back to him for the end. What you got, Beckerman?
So, if you remember when I was on here, I was desperately looking for something. I don't think you knew
Susan?
what.
Was it Susan?
No, I think when we wrapped up, I was like, hold on a second, I'm looking for something. Because, as I said, I do like to do AOKs. And I like to find things that don't necessarily fit my collection anymore. And I kind of question why I got it in the first place. But they seem to fit the other person really well. And that day when you were talking about the things that you were into, I realized I had something that would be great for you, Gary.
Uh-oh.
And I could not find it. Tore apart my house. It's because it ended up not being here, but I found it, and I actually had it sitting in the corner, so I figured I'd run into you eventually. And tonight, when you graciously invited me on to give Alan the business, I found this. Now you mentioned and I knew this part. You're a Red Sonja guy,
right?
And you like Mike Grell.
Yep.
Pencil,
Whoa.
11 by 17. Mike Grell, Red Sonja.
Yeah, he was just here in Rochester. He was a super guy.
Look there's even stuff in the background, the smoke of the battlefield, and
those are some crazy boots.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think this will look better in your collection than mine, sir. So
dude, I'm
go ahead and
stupid,
hit me up in Instagram. Send me your address. It'll head your way eventually. Terrible at shipping. It'll probably take a week or two, but it'll get to you.
Wow, thank you, man. That's
yeah. Incredible. No, when you were talking, I was like, well, I've got a bunch of Mike Grell stuff, and I bought this. So somebody ordered it, didn't like it, and Mike Grell then tried to resell it, but he like knocked it down in price. And I'm a value guy, so I was like, well, if you're gonna put it on clearance, yeah, I'll buy it. But I don't have any Red Sonja stuff. I like Conan enough that I don't mind reading about him in what do I read Savage Avengers, and where else? I did a little bit of the Jason Aaron Conan run.
His run in Conan and King Conan were both great. The new King Conan.
I got both of those runs. I got off of them when Jason Aaron did.
Yes, Rob.
My turn of phrase there.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a child.
I'm speechless, dude. That's really generous of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
And now we'll put him back up there because we let you steal a spotlight a second, and I saw Alan getting mad in the corner. No, I'm just kidding. No. We'll wrap this up. So what we're gonna do is we go around. So Rob, what's coming up on your channel, sir? I hear there might be a Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics presents Slab Hub the Show episode coming this Saturday.
Yes, Rob Fat Stacks presents Slab Hub the Show featuring the Comic Vet will be airing this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern.
You're only featuring them now?
That's right. Our guest will be Bub's World as he comes on and shares with us some of his collection. Then there'll be a major channel announcement probably coming up in sometime next week. It's going to significantly change the landscape of Rob Fat Stacks of Comics.
He's shaving all this off.
No, it's going to be Rob Fat Stacks of Comics and Flapjacks with boysenberry syrup.
I wish.
Right. And then we'll kick it over to you guys. What's coming up on your guys' channel?
Well, we got a mystery box battle coming out tomorrow morning.
With
Please
Mr.
watch
Nick's
it.
Comics?
You're gonna need to watch it, and please comment and hashtag Team Black. And
Vote for me. You do the right thing.
no,
Do the right
Team Black. Just don't worry about Team Red. Don't worry about him over there. Just don't.
I always worry about Mike.
I don't know when the Micah Maniacs come out of the woodwork to come help their guy.
And then
Brother.
Monday we have a mail call dropping, and Monday night we have Mr. DJ Links on Rue the Day.
Nice. That'll be
You
a
hear
fun
that,
episode.
Bobby De La Ghetto, if you're still out there, make sure to go to Alan Rue Comics and Collectibles tomorrow and vote for me. KC supports KC, my friend.
Wow,
Now-
he's gonna vote for me. Watch, I'm gonna point that out to you too.
Now, while Bobby De La Ghetto's here, you guys all need to know that there is a special episode of the 1011 this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern with none other than Bobby De La Ghetto on the show to show 10 of his favorite books, one with a story, and a spec pick. So I am so looking forward to that because I have not yet got to speak to this gentleman live. So this will be the first time that I actually get to exchange real words with him. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to have a lot of fun. And
Bobby is
so
awesome.
tune in Saturday night to see Bobby De La Ghetto on the 1011. And with saying that, I want to thank every single person that came out in the audience. We had a great show with a lot of great people, awesome attendance, a really active chat. I want to thank Beckerman for jumping on to help Sauce Allen up a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for the 2
thanks
minute
for
warning,
not
too.
telling me, Breckerman. I really
I
enjoyed
didn't
that.
know.
He didn't know.
He
I
didn't hit me
messaged
up
him
until
when the show started. I want to
Yeah.
keep it a surprise and try to get him on.
You remember right before we go, oh, I'm trying to do something right now.
Yes.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay.
I didn't even tell Rob I was going to do it. Rob
Oh,
didn't know.
wow. Cool. It
I was
worked
just
out,
like,
though.
because then if Beckerman wasn't able to make it, I didn't want there to be disappointment.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Rob
Would've been-
cries easy. Yeah,
if Mike was announced to be here and then couldn't make it, I would have been absolutely devastated. Been crying the
I
whole
try
show.
not to disappoint.
He
But-
never
and
disappointed me there, big boy.
I want to, as always, thank my co-host Rob for always being in the corner and helping out. Rob, you're awesome. You know I appreciate you every day, buddy. And
Happy
I
to
want
be
to
here.
thank Beckerman for coming on last second with no notice. Thank you, Beckerman.
Oh, yeah, dude, I had a blast. Thanks for
And-
having me.
And extra thanks for the Red Sonja. I still don't know how to react to that. I'm completely
Yeah, dude, just-
floored.
Don't seriously, it fits your collection so much better than mine.
It does. I'm going to be setting up the studio different.
One of these days,
In the
Mike will
next
come
couple
to you and
months,
ask
so
you
that'll
for a
make it
favor.
all.
It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but one day.
It'll probably be for a chair or something.
It's probably going to be for me
At a
to
con.
flip some
when you
narrative
guys were
Alan Rue
talking about-
shampoo bottle.
When you guys
You
were
gonna eat
talking
that?
about
Michael, we said, "Are you gonna eat that burrito?
Are you
Yeah.
the burrito?
Can I have it?"
yeah.
All right. And Alan, my last thanks is to you, sir. Thank you for coming on to do the show. We had our
Thank you
little
for
hiccup last week because I scheduled two of you on the same night by accident. Thank you for being so kind and coming back this week.
Not a problem, man.
And guys in the audience, thank you all again so much. We really appreciate everyone. And until next time, keep it casual.